So I want to start making weekly videos for you of things I'm working through, things that I am learning about myself, because if I've learned anything through this time at Enlightenedhood, it's that we're all experiencing the same things and we're all going through the similar things at a certain capacity, and whatever I can share to be more vulnerable and help you, I think is really worth it, because we're all in this together, and I didn't have anyone to really bounce these types of things off of until I met Jenny, and that has completely changed my life and my soul experience. Um, so actually tomorrow the podcast is coming out with Padma Gordon, and we're talking about cultivating love. So that's really what I want to talk to you about today, because I'm currently at my parents' house in upstate New York, and my daughter Luna and I took some time to come up here because we're helping my husband find some time for healing, because he has some really big lower back issues and injuries that have just continued to get worse, and the cars are a little loud here, and there's big farm trucks. I don't know what that sounds like with my mic. But I've kept receiving these messages the past few weeks, and I just think it's really important to acknowledge. Actually, Padma, the last time she was on the podcast, she said something that I'll never forget, because I used to ask, like, what's on your spiritual bucket list? And she said that what's on her spiritual bucket list is like cultivating a relationship of unconditional love. And I think that's something so important, because it's so easy to get caught up in all these things that you should be doing, or all these things that you should be learning in spirituality. Like, oh, you don't know about Reiki yet? You don't know about your Akashic Records yet? You don't know about star seeds yet? Like, you must not be that spiritual. And I think it's really easy to get lost in that. It's really easy to feel less than in all of that on this spiritual path. And I want to remind you that it's not about that stuff. Those are tools to help you learn more about yourself the further you go, but it's not the true purpose, I think, of what we're here to do. And I think the true purpose of what we're here to do is cultivate love and find moments where we can love and act with love. And so the message that I keep receiving is like, how beautiful is it that we are here, and our biggest decision in this moment is whether or not to choose love. And I hear another big truck coming. Again, so I don't know how loud it's going to be. This was like the most quiet place I could find. Two at the same time. Woo. Okay. So back to love. Like, how profound and simple yet powerful is it that in every single moment we're here and we get to choose whether or not to love. And that is something I am working so hard on, because when we're caught up in like the routines, and we're caught up in the stress and the chaos that is 2020, and we're caught up in he said this, she did that, I have to do this, I have no time for that. Like, it's so easy to not choose love, whether it's loving thoughts for ourselves, whether it's loving responses to our partners or our children or our loved ones. And I know I say this a lot, but wouldn't it take the pressure off? Like, wouldn't it take the pressure off for your spiritual practice to be nothing more than choosing love in each moment? And what beautiful things could come from choosing love in each moment, because if we look at the Abraham Hicks scale of like emotions, love is the highest frequency of all. So if we're cultivating love in each moment, that means that we're attracting that same frequency, and that means that we are welcoming such beautiful things into our life just by choosing love. And for me, that it's been so hard, and especially for those of you who are moms, like postpartum, choosing loving thoughts about yourself, about your partner, about your body. It can be so difficult, but we have that choice. We have that choice in each moment. And Jenny and I talked a little bit about this on the live, but like this week has been so, felt so fucking discombobulated, like so in a fog, and I've been like so deep in remembering and these weird soul rememberings that you just keep getting lost down these rabbit holes. And so that fine line between reality and living in my own head and soul remembering has been a little hard for me. And so I've been a little aloof, but being up here at my parents' house, and like the air is cooler and more clear and crisper, and I'm just starting to find a lot more clarity. And I think sometimes we need those hard resets. We need those hard resets to remind us that it's not as complicated as we think. So I'm going to start doing these weekly for you, like I said, because I love this community so much. This community is everything to me. I have no idea where I would be without the support of like-minded souls who are all here to just love and find remembering and heal. And how beautiful and powerful that we can do that together in a world that is a little fucked up right now. Yeah, so I'd love to know in the comments below, like, where can you send more love to yourself today? Write a love letter to yourself. Take a bath. Take some silent time by yourself. Choose one thought that you've been talking down to yourself about and shift that into something loving. Choose to respond with love. Take that beat. And never forget that you have the choice. This truck's so loud. I'm sorry. My parents' yard, like, it's surrounded by the neighbor's yard, which is home to 2 teenage boys that are playing in the woods right now and on their four-wheeler. So I thought this was like a more peaceful place to sit, but it's closer to the road. So, and here comes another big truck, so I'll wait to say goodbye before it goes by. This is when you know that you're at a certain place of just like not caring, when you can just sit in front of the camera and have people watch you just like listen to loud trucks drive by. I'm about to make a video to talk more about myself and like all this remembering and my journey, because I know so many of you that I know, but so many of you I don't know, and so many of you don't know me, and I'm still trying to figure out who I am, but yeah, so that's up next. I'll probably post it within the next few days because Jenny was just so beautiful and in depth. And like I said, I'm still just finding some clarity right now. So trying to like reopen that brain and that processing back in the human world. But sending you so much love, light as always before another loud truck goes by. And we'll talk soon.